Nebraska, a rural state in the heart of America's Great Plains. Gretna is a sleepy little town home to just 5,000 residents. Just off the highway, this small gas station is a popular meeting place for local workers. 53-year-old David Herrick comes here every day for his morning cup of coffee.
Morning, Joyce.
It's been part of his daily routine for almost 20 years. He comes here every morning before starting work at 7:30 to meet up with two friends. Randy and Jerry are both local farmers.
Yeah. These guys are always here, and we come in here and we solve the world's problems every morning.
Yeah. That never works.
Nope.
They regularly discuss ways of saving the world, but for the past 5 years, David has had far fewer worries on his mind. They all remember the day his life changed forever.
I was here in the morning. He went. He come in the door with a lottery ticket in his hand, and he walked over and he threw it right down on the table. And he says, "I hit that son of a gun."
Yeah, I knew him before he won the lottery ticket, and after he won it, now he's my best friend.
Yeah.
On that day, David won the big bucks, big time.
Thanks, guys.
$62 million. In just moments, he went from a poor working-class man to a member of the elite 1% of top earners. But he never forgot his old friends.
Go check out the shop. Just watch your step down there.
He quit his job as a mechanic at the workshop just next door. David was working 2 jobs to get by, 12-hour days for just $2,500 a month.
Send it and trade it in.
He epitomized what it is to be poor in rural America.
Yep. That's what we do.
Now David has some of the trappings of a millionaire. He cruises around in a classic 1972 Dodge Challenger. He bought this gigantic $2 million property overlooking the plains. What he treasures most, however, lies at the other end of the garden, his own workshop. Twice as big as his old place of work, the former mechanic still likes to get his hands dirty. Except now, instead of work, it's a hobby.
I'm fairly new at this, but growing up, we always played, tinkered. So it's a learning process, but I got time to learn.
His collection largely comprises pickup trucks and racing cars from the 1950s, all of which have been lovingly restored and customized.
This one's a very, very fast and very expensive car now. So I've got about $120,000 in it. So money can do anything. And it makes things cool, that's for sure. I have plenty more. And I finally found one. This is, like I say, this is the 65 Chevy step-side pickup, something my dad and I always look for. Let's go check out some more.
It never ends.
Never ends, that's right. I hope never.
Winning the lottery enabled David to realize his childhood dream. He's now the proud owner of more than 20 cars, worth a total of around $500,000. Could he imagine that before?
Just imagine is all. Watch the TV programs. But yeah, you always had a dream of having a nice vehicle to work on, an old classic. And now I have several, so I'm catching up.
Millions of Americans try their luck every week, hoping one day their numbers come up.
No, dude! You just won $250,000.
The lottery is an institution in the U.S. played by 1 in 3 Americans.
One Powerball ticket, please.
Almost 80 billion lottery tickets and scratch cards are sold here each year. And the size of the country's population means jackpots are astronomical. A record jackpot of more than $1.5 billion was won in 2016 and again in 2018.
welcome California's latest millionaire.
Are you kidding? No, you're not kidding. No.
In America, a lot of people dream of becoming a billionaire. Since winning his jackpot, Jack has been busy splashing the cash.
It's only $60,000. That's not much.
And living it up. But his parents are worried and would prefer if he just led a normal life.
That's my lazy one.
We're cheers, living our best lives.
In Nebraska, David and Erica Herrick became the richest people in the county overnight. But they were determined to stay true to their values.
We nickname ourselves the Redneck Rich because we haven't changed yet, so we're not changing.
Becoming a billionaire, however, can be both a blessing and a curse.
This was just after the lottery win. Like, they're all dark around the edges.
It ended up being the worst thing that ever happened to our family. It took him downhill.
Then there's Tim, who won $14 million 20 years ago. He's since spent most of it. Now he campaigns to highlight the dangers of the lottery.
Say no to people. It's one of the most important lessons I had to learn. If I gave everyone what they wanted, I would have been broke a long time ago.
So what is the dark side to an industry that has so many Americans in its thrall?
Okay, say 30,000.
30,000.
And what is life like for those lucky winners? We look at what happens when America hits the jackpot. Back in Nebraska. Even though they're worth more than $60 million, David and Erica haven't forgotten their roots. Not long ago, the family of 6 was crammed into this modest-sized home on the working-class side of town in Gretna.
Neighbors. This was our family home for about 16 years. The kids were raised here.
Even though we're not here anymore, the memories are still here. Hi.
That's my oldest daughter, Amanda.
Amanda and her 2 children are now living in the house, a present from Mom and Dad.
It's a perfect gift. You're really the most humble people I've ever met. So.
David and Erica gave each of their children a house in order to avoid sibling rivalry.
This is the home we bought for Taylor. This one was about $225,000.
Their other son, Corey's house, cost the same price. Their youngest still lives with them in this huge mansion. It was the first thing they bought with their $62 million check. It boasts around 600 square meters of floor space and huge, lavishly decorated rooms. Plus, a kitchen kitted out in wood and black granite. The nouveau riche couple aren't fond of gold leaf or marble columns. After winning the lottery, former nurse Erica went on a shopping spree, as is evident by the ongoing war being fought in the walk-in closet.
MySpace, MySpace, MySpace. I'm just needing that space, but he won't give it up.
Meanwhile, their assets earn them another $500,000 in interest every year. But you won't find any designer shoes or haute couture dresses here. They largely prefer sneakers and T-shirts. The Herrick family keeps souvenirs of the day their lives changed forever.
There we go.
David and Erica. They are our newest millionaires. The first thing we want
So you look tired in some of those pictures.
Didn't sleep much.
That was the scene 5 years ago when they had just won the Powerball jackpot, the biggest lottery in the country. In front of the cameras, the state governor handed over their check. It was major news in Nebraska. Despite their newfound wealth, David and Erica have managed to remain grounded.
I've told my friends before, or our friends, if you're friends with us on Tuesday, you're friends with us today, period. We don't want to lose them. They're who defines us. Family, friends, church. We're not going to change. You know, I'm still wearing the old Nebraska hat. It's not going to change.
5 years on, family, friends, and traditions still remain integral to the Herrigs' life, although now they can afford to enjoy themselves as much as they like. Tomorrow, it's Independence Day. On this very special national holiday, Americans honor those who fought for their freedom and continue to fight for it. Gretna proudly displays the Star-Spangled Banner all across town. As a patriotic family, it's an event the Herrigs wouldn't miss for the world.
You want the pineapple up here or down there?
Down there is fine. Yep.
Tonight, they'll be throwing the biggest party in the county. A few hours from now, they'll be hosting 150 people in their backyard. And in Nebraska, a good party is all about the food, and lots of it. Erica could afford to hire a caterer.
I think all the other stuff, put them in that, pulled pork in one.
But in this house, cooking's a family affair.
So this is how many pounds of meat, Steve, you think?
Oh, there's almost 100 pounds of brisket, 40 pounds of pulled pork, and 12 racks of ribs. Look at how that just falls apart.
Despite their wealth, the Herrigs stick to the rustic recipes of their working-class roots. They don't want champagne and caviar like some millionaires.
No, it is so funny. We nickname ourselves the Redneck Rich because we've never been into that kind of stuff. And so it's, we're not changing, so we haven't changed yet, so we're not changing.
What has changed, however, is the number of guests they can welcome. It's 6 p.m. The entire family and all the neighbors are basking in the Herrigs' high-tech pool in scenes reminiscent of a public water park. Erica's stepfather, Mel, never misses a party at the Herrigs.
It's always a good party. Because it's all the food, booze, and pool party. I mean, what's bad about it? Before the lottery, it was paycheck to paycheck, and everybody lived on their own. And now it's just a big, huge family, and we all party.
The lottery hasn't just changed the couple's life, it's benefited their family and friends too. For Michael, Erica's dad, this money is a blessing.
I don't have to worry about them. And I don't have to worry about my other two daughters because I know that they will take care of my daughters. So the family is better because I think we know whatever the future brings, we're going to be okay. When they were poor, they would give their last dollar to someone who needed it. They do the same thing now. What has changed is their lifestyle. They live much differently, but as you see here today, they live it with other people.
Since cashing in their $62 million check, the Herrigs are still as working class as ever. There are no bankers, lawyers, or CEOs on their guest list.
You got people from all walks of life. You got firefighters, plumbers, electricians. You got a guy that does food right here, food service.
Is he concerned people will take advantage of him?
Not these people. I mean, these are the ones you call friends. And you know they're your friends because they're here for the right reason.
David has been very generous to his friends. This small gathering cost him almost $12,000. After a 12-person conga ride down the water slide, the fireworks begin. The 10-minute spectacle cost $8,000. Five years after winning, David and Erica have stuck to their promise. They've stayed true to their roots. However, there are plenty of temptations for a lottery winner, and the money can disappear all too quickly.
Don't go left.
On an almost daily basis, Jack does a full 18 holes on his favorite course.
Good shot.
I never beat Jack.
You can't handle the pressure, kid. You can't handle the pressure. Came out. Did it? Yeah.
Jack has now turned 50 and can live the kind of charmed life that used to be the stuff of dreams.
My name is Jack Stressing from Buffalo, New York, and we won the lottery 4 years ago, $1,000 a day for life, and it never ends until I die. So I have nothing to worry about anymore, and this is what I do on my days off.
Jack did win less than the Harrigs, but he now has a constant supply of cash. He, his parents, and his brother won cash for life, $365,000 a year until they die, which they divide between them. So every year, Jack, Jeff, and Jack Sr. are wired $120,000 regardless. Jack quit his job as a nurse immediately.
Right down the middle.
And now he's making the most of his early retirement. Since winning the lottery, Jack's life is like one big vacation. After golf, he heads out shopping. Buffalo is in western New York State. It has a fair share of skyscrapers and office buildings, but by American standards, this is a city of average size with close to 300,000 residents. It's one of the oldest ports in the eastern U.S. and proud of its industrial past. Jack has lived here all his life, as have some of his oldest friends. This afternoon, he's going to flex his bank card with Joey.
What's up, buddy?
Let's go.
Let's do this.
Let's go get your new car.
Let's go do it.
Jack sets off to buy himself a new car.
You excited?
I'm excited.
Car?
Yeah.
Joey has been through a lot with Jack, especially during his somewhat turbulent professional career. First, he was a nurse, then moved on to stock trading before losing everything.
I knew him when you used to work for a living. He wasn't as much fun then. He was fun, but not as much fun as he is now.
Why?
Now he's got more time to do fun things. He's less stressed, right?
Yeah. Well, I used to be kind of rich before when I used to trade stocks. That's when they liked me. And then when I became poor, they said they didn't want to hang out with me anymore. I had to move home for a year. So they used to make fun of me. And
Jack is now earning $10,000 a month by doing absolutely nothing. Today, he's picking up his new toy, a $50,000 state-of-the-art SUV. For this lottery winner, temptation is never far away.
that is pretty sweet. Is that the new one? Yep. It's only 60,000. That's not much. Maybe that's my next one. Let's go.
This former nurse has absolutely no regrets and would never have been able to afford this kind of car before.
It's quick, it's fast, I like it.
It's 3 in the afternoon, midweek, and this young retiree seems to have a lot of friends.
Yep, everyone's here.
Jack's winnings enabled him to move to a quiet suburban neighborhood. Quiet everywhere except Jack's place.
Look at this. They said some crazy person drove this car, parked funny, but I don't know who that was. We'll just park right here for now.
He bought this spacious house, and as you'll see, it became party central in the neighborhood. But his friends haven't come to enjoy his bachelor's stylish interiors and golf trophies. What brings Jack's friends around, and more importantly, his female friends, is found right behind this door.
What the hell's going on back here?
Every afternoon, even when he isn't home, his yard becomes a kind of spring break destination. These young people don't even wait for him to get home before starting the party.
What's up, Corby? What's up, Laura? What's up, Juliana? What's up, Ina? What's up, Lee?
Jack is a veteran partier and knows all the bars in Buffalo. Thanks to his lottery winnings, his house is now the place to be. It's open bar for all the women, even if none of them are his girlfriend.
Booze, alcohol, snacks. I supply the pool, the music, and the waterfall, and the sunshine.
And your company.
And my company. That's the most important part. Right.
Did he know all of them before winning the lottery?
Oh, yeah. All of them. All of them. Those are friends for 10 years or so. Those are my bartenders. Bartenders, friends. Or they got to work later on at night. So I'm bored by myself during the day, so I need friends to come over.
And the total cost for all this?
Oh, I don't know. Not a lot. Not a lot. Not a lot when you win the lottery. It's nothing. Hang on, I'll jump off the waterfall for you guys.
Jack has built his own personal paradise on this $300,000 estate. There's just one tiny thing missing from his otherwise perfect life.
More sex. Definitely more sex.
Definitely for that.
Yeah, I'm in a slump. I need a real woman. A real woman, real 2 women, real 3 women, whatever.
Jack is constantly surrounded by distinctly younger women, but is still single. A life without financial worry and largely comprising rest and recreation. But his parents, who have a share in the winnings too, aren't happy with his lifestyle. They live just 5 minutes away.
Open the door.
Uh-oh. Here comes Jack.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing, Junior?
What's going on?
You have a good day golfing?
Hi, babe. I love you.
Both 73-year-old Jack Sr. and his wife Sharon want their son to find a wife and are concerned about his lax lifestyle. And they don't hesitate to remind him every time he visits.
I mean, I wouldn't mind if he got a job now, a part-time job doing something.
No, I'm not doing anything.
He could be a little cleaner on his house. That's my lazy one. That's my lazy baby.
Lazy fun one. That's the. I'm not lazy. I just don't feel like working.
Yeah.
Golfing was hard today. It was hot out there.
Oh.
Golfing, pool parties,
Darts.
But you never invite us over to use your pool.
You can go over now if you want.
Oh.
Tomorrow's bikini Sundays. So.
Oh, God.
Supposed to have a topless Thursday, too, I heard.
Topless Tuesdays.
Or Tuesday.
Topless Tuesday.
That's why I got gray hair.
You better not.
Ma's got gray hair.
I better
because
not
of
walk
Junior.
in that yard and see any topless.
Jack Sr. and Sharon are a lot wiser with their winnings. Their only luxury, this 370-square-meter house with a sizable yard for their Shih Tzu, Pepita, to roam around in. Dad was a steel worker, while Mom stayed home to take care of the family. The couple always had to work hard to get by, and they still haven't gotten used to living in such luxury.
This is my kitchen. We have a beautiful microwave and a beautiful refrigerator. I do all my cooking here. I even have a dishwasher, which I never had in my whole life.
And do you use it?
No. I use it at Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Sharon and Jack Sr. would have never been able to afford all this with their pension, which is less than $1,000 a month. Jack finally got to buy himself something he'd always dreamed of having.
Welcome to my basement. The best about the house was my man cave basement, where men can be men.
This is his pride and joy, with a movie lounge and a blown-up poster of the ticket that changed his life.
They all came out. It was our birthdays. The numbers 4, 8, 17, 20, and 21. And they come out exactly just the way I put them down on the ticket.
Before hitting the jackpot, the lives of both sons in his family seemed to be already mapped out, with small and poorly paid jobs and long years of hard work.
And we never used to give the kids spending money. They were paper
We had
boys,
paper boys, yeah.
dishwashers.
Worked at the gas station at the drive-thru.
Since 14 years old.
Yeah.
Something like that.
They had to
So.
earn their own money.
Yep.
Yeah.
They know what it is to work, believe me.
Yeah, they do.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. I don't have to work. That's why I've been working since I've been 12.
He can't get rid of me.
So he's no longer stuck in the eat, work, sleep routine. Now, Jack is a poster boy for the lottery, and in the U.S., the lottery is a huge business. To encourage Americans to keep playing and betting, the jackpots keep growing. And those who do win make the front pages and become famous overnight.
Welcome, California's latest millionaire.
It seems people can't get enough of these lucky winners' lives. Some have even been featured in reality TV shows.
$180 million.
Yeah!
You're my new best friend.
Like this one, where the host helps them find their new dream home. Happy winners who are more than willing to show the world their new lifestyle after striking gold. We're now in Denver, Colorado, at the foot of the Rocky Mountains. This slick-looking building is home to the State Lottery Commission. Contrary to popular belief, the lottery industry is run not by big business, but by public authorities.
Hi, how are you today? I think I just won something.
Kay is a real estate agent. She has 5 out of 6 numbers in the latest Powerball.
Yeah, I think I won 30,000.
Awesome. Okay.
This tidy sum will allow her to enter the Winners Club. Those the lottery chooses to feature in its publicity.
Okay, say 30,000.
30,000.
Well, looking good.
It's really exciting. Yeah, it's the happiest place on earth.
Kay's photo will be immediately posted on the lottery's website, where she will join the Winners Wall. In America, having money is certainly not frowned upon, and when people win, they're eager to make it public.
It's really important that people see real Coloradans win. You know, when they see someone like Kay, they know, okay, someone really won.
The Colorado Lottery makes the most of the winners' elation, and the winners seem happy to tell the whole world. Filming the reaction of people when they find out how much they won makes for great advertising.
And we're about to surprise Diego B with a huge check for $250,000. Hey, Diego, how you doing?
Good.
We have some big news for you. I think your Christmas just got a whole lot better. You just won 250.
Ow! No! No! Way! No, dude! No! 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 No, dude!
You just won $250,000.
The lottery arranged everything beforehand with Diego's family.
Oh my God!
What does $250,000 mean to you?
It changes my life and everyone around me's life.
Are you George? I'm George. Hi.
Whether surprising people at work or at home, the message is the same. This could happen to anyone, anytime, anywhere. All you have to do is play.
I can't see it. I got to put on my glasses.
But there is also a dark side to the lottery. What winners do not get along with their check is advice about financial issues awaiting them. For some, winning the jackpot can be the start of a nightmare. In Canada, just across the border from the majestic Niagara Falls, Daniel became a victim of his own success. He's a member of Niagara United, a counseling group that helped him get back on track.
Can you hear it back there? Hello, hello. Can you hear it?
He was just 23 years old when he won a jackpot worth $5 million.
I felt like I was on top of the world and that, you know, that this money would just never run out. It was almost like I was living the life as a rock star. I was just go out and party. And within 2 years, about two to maybe $2.5 million was gone in bad businesses.
And the rest also went down the drain over the next 2 years due to substance abuse, a habit initially funded by the lottery win.
I was heavily addicted, and I had to resort to selling drugs. It was right back up, you know, $400, $500, $600 a day.
He eventually ended up in prison, where he spent 2.5 years for dealing drugs. Ironically, this is what saved him. He had to get clean.
that's where I've been, and that's some of the stuff that has helped me get to where I am today.
Daniel is far from an isolated case. 1/3 of winners ultimately end up losing everything. It's a phenomenon known as the curse of the lottery. Daniel's father, Jed, and his sister, Naomi, watched helplessly as he fell from riches to rags.
I almost cried.
I was like, don't look at me because I will cry more. I had my sunglasses on though. I was like,
Me too.
Daniel is now back on the straight and narrow. But at the age of 40, this former millionaire is penniless and had to return to live with his parents in this relatively modest house.
Come on, Bella, sit down and eat. Hey, dig in, guys. You need a drink? All right, well.
A man who believed he was on top of the world while spending up to $1,000 a day on drugs now works as a car mechanic. Daniel is still recovering. The lottery almost broke him and his entire family.
This was just after the lottery win. You can kind of see my eyes. You can tell I was like they're all dark around the edges and from not sleeping much. And
It ended up being the worst thing that ever happened to our family. It took him downhill. All of us, we basically lost him.
We tried so many different times to, get him to stop doing what he was doing. Trying to give him advice. No, just leave me alone, just leave me alone.
As soon as the check was cashed, Jed and Naomi saw fake friends, crooked investors, and other scammers descending on Daniel like vultures.
They got the claws in too deep, and it was kind of irreversible. Well, when he hit rock bottom, that was the calling card, and he came to us and asked if he could come home. And we gave him the rules. No more of this, no more of that. We always loved him unconditionally, and sorry.
Daniel's $5 million win essentially ruined 15 years of his life. He's never bought a lottery ticket since. For all winners, managing millions of dollars without any preparation can be a struggle. One of them decided to launch a campaign against these easy money traps. Timothy Schultz is one of the youngest Powerball winners ever in the U.S. Prior to hitting the jackpot, he worked at a gas station like this one. Tim was 21 and broke when he won a check for $14 million.
So my father woke me up. I was sleeping, and he banged on the door, and he basically said, "Tim, somebody won the Powerball." He knew that I played once in a while. I said, and I looked at the numbers in the newspaper, and it's like surreal. It's like, it felt like a dream. And then we literally started hugging each other like two, grown people like two kids in a candy store. Is what it felt like.
The young gas station attendant from rural Iowa sold himself his own winning ticket. He became rich and famous overnight.
And so I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't go to the grocery store without people recognizing me. I had people asking me for my autograph.
2 decades later, he's back to being anonymous.
How's it going? Good, you? Good. Could I just get one Powerball ticket, please?
He still plays the lottery every week, hoping to win again.
Just holding a ticket is like, oh. I mean, I know the power that comes with this if you happen to win.
The emotional thrill is still there, but his fortune has plummeted from 14 down to just $5 million. A big fan of cinema, Tim put some of his winnings toward organizing festivals and producing his own animated films, all of which flopped. He decided to go online to prevent other lottery winners from making the same mistakes he did. His YouTube channel provides winners with a platform to share their stories, whether positive or negative.
This is the first lottery winner I'm actually going to be interviewing in person, so this is going to be fun.
Today, he's meeting Denise, who lives in an upscale suburban neighborhood in Manteca, California.
Hi, Denise.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Yeah. This is a beautiful home.
Thank you.
He spotted Denise in a real estate lottery winner show in which she won $785,000.
You ready for this?
Wow.
She now lives in this beautiful villa with 2 of her 8 children. Before the big win, she was working 3 jobs and had just lost her home.
She lives here. She lives there. My grandson lives here. His mother lives here, and his sister lives here. Like I said, it's hotel, motel, Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
Really for all of my daughters, because in case their men are assholes, they could always come home. That's why.
The loving mother didn't spend her cash on luxury cruises or a big car. She invested everything in this house to give her family a home and set herself up for retirement. She wants to send out a message on Tim's channel.
Okay, if I could sit down there and I'll just focus it.
If you do win the lottery, you need to learn how to resist temptation.
A lot of people, when I win the lottery, they're like, why didn't you travel? Why didn't you, with the money? And, that's all and good, but at the end of the day, what do you got when you're done with your vacation?
It's the entertainment industry.
Tim received hundreds of letters from strangers asking for money.
Working on a book.
Winners also need to learn how to say no, even to friends and family.
It's one of the most important lessons I had to learn because it was really tough, especially for people that I love. If I gave everyone what they wanted, I would have been broke a long time ago.
The Harrigs in Nebraska have so far managed to avoid these traps that more naive winners fall victim to. They were quick to learn how to manage their $62 million. Driving their beefy pickup truck with golf cart in tow, the couple are headed out to their latest major investment. An hour away from their mansion, they've bought 400 hectares of land, forests, and ponds right in the middle of Nebraska farming country. The Harrigs are effectively the new lords of Otoe County. Although it is, as such, more David's estate. When asked if she likes the farm, Erica says,
No.
Too dirty.
It's too dirty.
David has gotten into farming.
Ready?
He'll rent some of the land out to local farmers and cash in on a percentage of their profits. The rest is for him, a 300-hectare private estate for hunting and fishing, a dream come true for David, even if not so much for Erica.
It's not that pretty right now.
It's that time of year. This, all the land altogether was $2.5 million. So, and you can't go wrong owning land as long as you take care of it. So that's the biggest thing.
Erica doesn't really see the point of this huge investment. Despite being multimillionaires, they still try to remember the value of money.
You got to always be aware of what you're spending because it goes quick.
How big or small your budget is, you got a budget.
Yeah.
And their monthly budget?
It's about 25 grand a month.
So who's the big spender?
He buys big things, cars, trucks. So my little $20 purchases versus his $30,000 car.
Erica is more cautious, but the couple could easily live like royalty. The interest alone generated from their fortune earns them $500,000 a year.
A boy and his toys.
David could chill out at home all day, but this isn't that kind of family.
For us, at our age, being young and retired, you still have to do something. You can't just, I'm retired, sit around,
Sure you can. I do it every day. You're busier now.
David enjoys his newly found leisure time. Before the lottery, he barely had time to see his family between his 2 jobs. But since winning, he's been able to realize a childhood dream and become a volunteer firefighter. It's a commitment that also enables him to keep his feet on the ground.
It's nice to have people being recognized like that for more than just the lottery winner, you know, because I mean, the lottery was one quick moment, but I'm still the same person. I got to be true to myself. So, and I try to do that through my service to the community.
Dave can now take the wheel of the kind of truck some boys dream of.
Here we go.
He'll be taking it out around Gretna for the national holiday. Every 4th of July, locals pay tribute to their firefighters who watch over the city voluntarily.
You always got to have a cause or a purpose, always. You got to have something to get you out of bed in the morning. It took over 40 years to figure out who I am. I can't change now, so.
Since winning, he's donated almost $150,000 to local charities. He's become Gretna's big benefactor. It's part of his lottery winner's recipe for success, being appreciated for who you are, not what you have. Over in Buffalo, Jack is less selfless with what he spends. He prefers to make the most of his money in the moment.
Captain Connie in the house!
The life of a young and rich retiree.
What's going on, ladies?
On most nights, you'll find him partying with friends and their girlfriends.
Oh, living our best life. For cheers, living our best life.
Thanks to his lottery winnings, Jack can revel in all-day parties like this, while other Americans continue to dream of hitting the jackpot.